Look at her now, look at her glow. Isn't she gorgeous from her head to her toe? Isn't it awesome to see the woman she's come to be? Seems like just yesterday she was this big, running to grandma's when she didn't get her way. Oh wait, that was yesterday. But who cares? No big deal. Let's move on. They were set up on a blind date, and just like most, it wasn't that great. But with patience and lots of prayer, they made it through. Brooke, you know I love you so, even when you can be so cranky. And Josh, we all know that you will give her the world. Now she has him, now he has her. They've become one now and forever. Last thing I'll say is thanks for making me part of your day. Love you.
That was good.
Love you, love you, love you.
I should have went first. Okay, I wrote this down so I don't forget it, but I'm just gonna read it. All right, first thing I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight, celebrate this special occasion. I know several people have traveled from out of town or even out of state to be here tonight. We even have a group of guys from the store here tonight, which goes to show you the length people will go to for free food. I don't think Josh ever really asked me even to be the best man. I think we were just sitting around one day talking about the wedding, and he was telling me who his groomsmen were, and he goes, "You're the best man." Made me feel real special, the length that he went to. But then I started doubting if I had the traits to be the best man, so I did like everybody else, and I Googled it. So here's what I came up with. The best man should be well-spoken. Close enough. The best man should be better looking than the groom. That's pretty obvious. And the best man should be better than the groom at everything. We're good to go. Well, then Josh throws me a curveball on Monday and says, "Hey, by the way, you got to give a speech." First thing came to mind was, "Thanks for the heads up." So I went back to Google and I Googled it and said, what are the key things that I need to hit? So here we go. It says, first, to address the parents. Where's Mark and Sherry? Mark and Sherry. They were close. We got F. You've raised a beautiful daughter, and a pleasure I've called my sister. They say you should not look at today as losing a daughter but gaining a son-in-law. But trust me, I'd stick with the losing the daughter part. You'll just pull your hair out thinking of him as your son-in-law. Mom and Dad, after the amazing job you did with me, I would have to say you dropped the ball with this one. But I guess one thing we can take from today, after all the years of wondering, today we know that Josh is straight. Okay, next it says I need to talk about the bride and the bridesmaids. Brooke, I want you to know you look absolutely gorgeous tonight. I'm not lying, you wrote this speech 2 days ago. I thought I'd better say how smashing the bridesmaids look. Since my wife is one of them, we'll just get that argument out of the way. But seriously, Brooke, I am happy to officially welcome you to the Addams family. Da-da-da-da. I know everybody was thinking it, I'm just saying it. But today you are officially married to Josh. And what that comes to that is now, he's your problem. There are no returns. We've been putting up with him for years. Time to let someone else deal with him. Okay, so after I talk about the bride and the bridesmaids, it says I move on to my relationship with the groom. Josh and I met in the late 80s. And I'd have to say, from looking at him now, you can't tell that Josh was a fat baby. But Josh and I had a pretty normal big brother, little brother relationship. Growing up, I got blamed for everything, from his accidentally falling off the couch and biting off a portion of his tongue, to driving the gator off a cliff, which reminds me every day that I give him a hard time about going to the back doctor. But as Josh grew, he stayed pretty chubby. You might not know this, but once Josh entered a talent show on a cruise ship, what he did is he walked up on stage. He took Aaron with him. They walked up on stage. Josh took off his shirt, started screaming, and Aaron shook his belly from behind. But as Josh and I have grown older, our relationship has grown also. And so are the amount of things that he does that annoys me. Josh is the only person I know who acts like he's doing you a favor when he's actually trying to screw you over. And that Josh is more high maintenance than all of the bridesmaids combined. That's another good thing about him being married to Brooke, is that Mom no longer has to fill out his checks and pay his OEC bill. But I can't say here and say Josh is incapable of doing anything by himself. He recently got an American Express credit card. After 3 weeks of talking with him on the phone, you'd think he'd won the lottery. He showed everybody to work. He told me how great it was over and over. And if I hear him to say the phrase one more time, "Do you guys take American Express?" I'm going to lose it. Okay, now it's the part, it said in the notes, that I'm not supposed to talk about. It says, you're not supposed to talk about past girlfriends and the bachelor party in Vegas. Well, we don't have to worry about the first one, do we? We had our suspicions about his sexuality. And as far as Vegas, I plead the fifth. I asked some of the guys, his buddies, to jot down a couple things that they would call Josh. You know, phrases or things they remember. Here's some of the comments I got. Self-determined. Very calm. That's a lie. Crown-loving, snook-wearing, casino-playing. One of the things that they said is when they were in college is when they go out to lunch, Josh always want to know where they're going to do for dinner. But honestly, I would not try the time for anything. There's no place I'd rather be than here today. They say marriage is not finding somebody you can live with, but finding someone you can't live without. But I also read in this speech, I'm going to get in trouble for this anyways, the best man's speech is not to last longer than the groom on his wedding night. So I'm going to have to call it for this. Let's raise our glasses and toast to a life of love and happiness. Love you guys.